Good afternoon, everybody. We've got another new map in Vermintide 2. This one's called War Camp, and as always, I've got all the Grims and Tome locations for you. Now, this map was actually probably the easiest one to find all the locations for. I found them all on my first run, and I was amazed at how quick we found them all. So your first home, pretty much right at the start of the level, what you're going to do as you're walking down here, just turn left onto this little like shack, this little hut thing down here on the side. Head in there and you're going to find your first home sitting on top of a bookcase. For your first grimoire, as you walk into this little village here, you can actually do a little jumping puzzle up onto these pillars and then make your way into the house, down this little chute, and then there's your first grimoire. Now, an interesting tip for you as well, if you're a Sienna player or if you have a Sienna in your group, they can actually use their ultimate to get through this little crack in the ground and get in there without doing the jumping puzzle. A lot easier, saves a lot of time. The second tome is just outside this village, so as you come out of this little exit here, there's going to be a hut on the left-hand side that's sort of half submerged in water. If you go in there and just turn to the left, then there it is, just sitting out in the open. Your third tome, you cannot miss it. As you're walking through the swamp, it's just sitting there on a shelf waiting for you. It's just a gimme of a tome. Now the second grimoire, it actually took me a little while. This is the part that probably took me longer than all of the other ones combined. So for the second grimoire, you have to find 3 candles and interact with them. And when you do that, that actually triggers the grimoire to spawn. So as soon as you come into this area here and you drop down off the rocks, just immediately turn around and look in this little crevice here. You can't actually see the candle yet, but I'm sure that they'll patch that in. Just interact with that and that's your first candle. From here, you just want to turn around and head up to this little tent here. Just keep following the water until you get to this tent. And behind that is your second candle. From here, you want to dart across the map and go over to this little wooden platform here. When you get to the end of the wooden platform, just drop down, go through this bush, and then on your left-hand side is your third candle. Once you've activated all 3 candles, you'll hear an audio cue, and that's your sign that you've done everything right, and it's time to head into the center of the map and pick up your final grimoire. Now that you got that, there's nothing left to do except for finish the level and get that juicy, juicy loot. As always, thanks for watching, and keep it saucy.
Yeah, mates, maybe we've scared them off.